Hey guys, it's Coop, and welcome to part 2 of building my dream desk setup. Let's get started. So the main theme of this video is transferring all the stuff from my old desk setup over to this new one. So one of the main things I wanted to accomplish in this setup is to put my large monitor on top of my laptop screen. I wanted to do this for a few different reasons. The first is it saves space. There's no extra desk space being taken up. They're just on top of each other. The second is I still have two screens I get to work with. And the third is since this is a touchscreen, if it's up front right by my hands, I might be more likely to use it as a touchscreen. To do that, I ordered this Vivo monitor arm from Amazon. It's really well constructed, made almost entirely out of metal, and it feels like it'll hold my monitor just fine. The only problem I had with it is the height. So in the Amazon features and detail section, it tells you the dimensions of a product, and it said 18 inches. Well, I was thinking it was 18 inches from here to here, meaning that there would be 18 inches above the desk. But I completely forgot that this little piece was attached, and that's about 2.5 inches. So now we're kind of in a dilemma. So after doing a lot of brainstorming and thinking, I finally came up with a solution to raise this monitor mount. And that is essentially a block of cardboard. So this stuff is just packaging material from the countertop itself. The main reason I use this material is because it's super rigid when you're pushing down on these sides. And of course that's important because the monitor arm is going to be clamping down really hard. Anyways, that extra 2 inches or so that I just added should help to compensate for me forgetting that this part was in the original measurement. So without any further ado, let's actually get the monitor on the new desk. So after a ton of time and a lot of work, I think I've finally figured out how I want the displays to look. So I've got my large Dell monitor up top, which I can use for video editing and video watching and all that stuff. And that's tilted down a little bit because I'll be sitting down lower in my normal chair. And then right underneath that, I have my laptop with its 4K touchscreen display, which is perfect because it's right at hand level, right where my hands will be, so I can operate it just by touching it. And of course that's tilted up just a little bit so it's at the perfect viewing angle. Anyways, I'm getting a ton of functionality here without using up any extra desk space, but I think the next step is to put everything else on the desk. So after many hours of off-camera work, this is what I've ended up with. Of course, the setup is not yet done. I've got a ton of cables down there, and I might be reorganizing some of these things. So if you guys have suggestions for things to buy or ideas or places where you think these should go or how I should reorganize them, make sure to tell me that down below. Anyways, I'll give you a quick run through. So my headphone hanger, one side of speaker, this little walnut box that holds a ton of different tech adapters, a wireless charger that is not yet plugged in, and then of course we have the displays that I talked about. And the more I use this, the more I look at it, the more I like it. And I think just the idea of having a monitor on top of another one really makes sense, especially if you're trying to save space. And there of course I have my wireless bamboo keyboard, and I was worried about that because, well, that doesn't match that, but I think it turned out alright. Next to that, I've got my Logitech MX Master, a little succulent plant, another speaker, and my salt lamp along with a sharper image for USB hub. By the way, the salt lamp is on a piece of paper right now because the actual bulb casing is over here because the bulb burnt out. I've also only begun to fill the drawers with things like cell phone cases, wallets, sunglasses, pocket knives, and then also the RGB light remote. Speaking of which, I'll tell you how it works. It starts over there, it goes all the way across the back, and then loops down under, comes over here, right back through here, under there, back there, and then just the excess goes back there. Also, feel free to tell me, do you think I should have the sub on that side, on that side or in the middle. Personally, I'm thinking put it over there because when you're walking to the desk, you won't be able to see it until you get to around this point. So yeah, that essentially concludes this episode. Please tell me your opinions on the setup, good or bad. Also tell me if you have products or ideas that you think could improve it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, please let me know by leaving a like down below and subscribing for more content. I want to remind you guys that the new setup is only a part of my room makeover slash redo, whatever you want to call it, and there's a full tour of my room coming soon. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.